Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. And we continue with our questions and our discussions with our distinguished guests. So, Papa, here's another one for
Not
you.
so distinguished, please.
Well, that's subject to interpretation. So we'll agree to disagree on that one.
Definitely.
But in terms of Paris, so we're going to talk a little bit about Paris
No
now.
problem.
In terms of the World Games, and just for recap, Generation X has been invited to participate in the World Games in Paris. And inclusive in those games is a football tournament for different age groups.
Yes.
So in terms of the competition for your age group, what are you expecting? What are you anticipating in terms of the level of play once we get to France?
Well, I'll tell you what. First decision we made was to my group was up by 1 year, so we're now on the 14th for that tournament. I'll tell you what. I studied in Hungary, in Europe, and I have to tell you, boy, Zico, them kids huge. So I know physically we're going to be, way on the par.
Probably one of the smaller teams in the
Definitely.
competition.
But when it comes to talent and skill, again, individual talent from the Europeans is tremendous. Yes, they're not like the South Americans, but they play a very methodical game and they're very tough. So my thing is that what I'm trying to do is get my boys to be just a little more physical, and we got to move the ball. No matter how big and strong you are, you have to. No man can outrun the ball.
Nobody likes to chase them.
Exactly. So we're working on a lot of ball movement and keeping it to smaller passes. Keep it really compact, and we're gonna see from there. But I'll tell you what, it's not so much about going and winning this competition. Let's be realistic. It's more of the experience for the boys.
Definitely.
And if these boys get this experience, you can imagine when they come back, the kind of level, and it's going to rub off because they're rubbing shoulders with the local players. So it's going to rub off, and they're going to be participating back in the league again. So it will benefit everybody. To me, there's a trickle down effect from that. As I said, I'm not expecting to go and win blow the world apart, but I think that we could be very competitive, and I want to keep it real tight at the back, because let me tell you, if I can't score, they should not be able to score. And that's the theory. And if you can do that, and again, Zico knows that because he played for me and he was the skipper of my team. And guess what? We didn't outscore anybody, but we just hit everybody at 1-0 and send them home and send them packing. All the teams came in. We locked down the defense, 1-0, and that was it. And we won a lot of games. So that's the same philosophy I'm going to use with this team.
And trust me, he knows this stuff. I'll give you a little story. When Papa came to Seaview Farm, we were actually in last place.
1 point. Yeah.
In the first division with a single point.
Yeah.
And miraculously, we ended up staying in the first division because we got out of those relegation places. And we got into the playoffs. And once you get into the playoffs,
you don't know. Experience and and the skills.
I'm not so sure how much I had to do with that, but I'll take the credit.
He's being modest. I'll say this now. He's being modest because if we took him out of the fray, it wouldn't been that close, to be honest.
So
coaching him was a delight.
I'll take the compliment.
Definitely.
I haven't received much in my playing career, so I might as well take it now. But that discussion that element of style of play was actually leading to another question: how were preparations going in terms of getting the team up to speed and getting the team ready? I've seen you guys in the last couple of weeks would have stepped up the intensity of training.
Yes,
so
definitely.
Give me an idea of how the youngsters are responding to the difference in the intensity of training and the difference in the methods being used.
Well, I'll tell you, the first thing I did was I appointed an assistant coach, Coach Yaya.
Yeah, fantastic. Fantastic appointment. Fantastic.
So he's assisted me, and he has his work cut out for him. He has to deal with the physical nature of the players first. No matter what you do in football, it's about being fit. So what I did, is about 24, 25 players I have to choose from. So I did the first logical thing. Who is available? Well, I've eliminated about 3 or 4 from that. That was the first thing. Then the second thing is attendance at practices. No matter how good you are or how bad you are, if you don't come to the training session, it can't benefit you, it doesn't benefit the team. So we worked on that. And we've been working on that with attendance first. And we've dropped another 2 because of that. Because they can't come to practices, They are available for the trip, but then I think that's, one goes with the other.
Yeah, it'd be difficult to keep pace with the others.
So that was the first part. That leads me down. I've now dropped 5 because of that. And then what we have now is we've done drills that enhances and we are able to judge passing, dribbling, control, first touch. So we have all those things allocated, all the drills in them to make sure that they go through this routine. And to be honest with you, it was quite simple for me. I got 16 players out of it. The names won't be released yet, to be honest. but I already have 16 players.
These youngsters are actually anticipating that.
Well, I'll give you a joke on that matter. We when I started coaching under 13, when I came back this year and we started the league, we decided to have a WhatsApp group. So of course I'm the administrator and all the players on it. You should hear the things. We made a promise, football related only. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh! I mean, it's really nice because what happens, you speaking to them outside of the element, not in the practice situation. They're home comfortable and they're comfortable to talk. But I tell you, look, we have some characters in that group chat, right? And all I get in right now is, Coach, am I going to make it? What can I do to get better? But I mean, the process is long gone. I mean, they don't know that. But 16 players have been already chosen. I have 2 goalkeepers to come, so it's 18 in all. In that tournament, it will be 11 versus 11 and 7 substitutes. I think, I can't confirm yet because I didn't get back a response. I believe it's sub out and sub in. But even if not, I mean, everybody will get playing time because, I mean, we're supposed to be doing like about 4 games in the first instance.
I think we're guaranteed at least 4 games.
At least 4 games. That is correct. And then move forward. And even if you were supposed to lose all 4 games, you still qualify for the second part of the tournament and the B tournament. So you have an A tournament with all the winners and a B tournament with the people that didn't. So there's so many things coming out of this opportunity. I am having a practice game scheduled for the next few days, and after that then I'll have a definitive look on the team and see maybe I'm overlooking something. Again, Coach Yaya works with me every time we have a training session. He works with me. He's very handy, and as a player, which is what I need, he is actually able to, you see, at my old age I can't do the drills, so he's actually able to demonstrate for me.
I remember that part.
You remember that part? I tell you what, I have to tell you, Zico used to be the best at that. When all I would do is say, Zico, we work on XYZ tonight, and he would go out and he'd doing them, and I'd be like, yes, this is a good job. This is a really good job. But he does that for me now, and it helps a lot. So I think within the next day or 2 we'll be finalizing everything. And then from there, we're going to give them a break. Catch yourself, relax, just cool off for a little while. And then we come back real hard. When the break is done in April, we're going to go into some intense training. And another thing that we're going to probably be doing, I haven't got the permission from the boss yet, but we're going to increase the days a bit of training session. Maybe not the days, but the hours of training session, because we can't accomplish what we want in an hour and a half. So we're going to do some 2 hours here and 2 hours there. So. But looking forward to it, But again, just want to make sure that everybody understands. I'm not trying to light the world up and come out we're just going in, being very humble, participate. First thing is participation, and go from there.
In the U13 division, Piers FC were the big winners on the day, beating Earthquakes FC 6-0. Generation Next FC A beat Grace Green FC 3-0, and Young Warriors coming out on top, beating Pigots Bullets 4-2. That means at the end of week 7, Willikies FC leads the under 13 division with 18 points. Generation Next FC A in second with 16 points, and New Generation FC in third with 16 points. The top goal scorers in our under 13 division: Alexander Moody Stewart with 13 goals for Generation Next FC. Wadadley Strikers FC's Tommaso Babbio in second with 5 goals, followed closely by Terrell Marsh Jr. of Generation Next FC with 4 goals. In our U15 division, Empire FC beat Willikies FC 3-0. Green Bay Hoppers FC enjoyed that same margin against Young Warriors FC, and Generation Next FC beat New Generation FC 5-0. At the end of week 7, Empire FC leads the U15 division with 25 points. Generation Next FC in second with 21 points. And SAP FC rounds off the top 3 in our U15s on 18 points. The top goal scorers in the U15 division at the end of week 7. Connor Hadid leads all scorers in that division from Generation Next FC with 9 goals. Jalmaro Calvin of Empire with 8 goals. And Tremaine Tung, also of Empire, on 7 goals. In the U17s, Empire FC enjoyed a 4-0 win against Wadadley Strikers FC. SAP beat Mahaiko 4-0, and Old Road FC beat Green Bay Hoppers 2-0. That means Old Road retains the lead in the U17 division with 22 points. Empire is in second on 20. Generation Next in third, also on 20 points. The top goal scorers in that division, Raheem Joseph of Empire FC, 7 goals. Naheem Jones of Green Bay Hoppers with 6. And Tyrese Hughes of Pears and Siobhan Moore of Generation Next FC, both tallying 5 goals so far for their teams.
Final words, Papa. Final words, boy. That sounds like if I boy going in my grave, huh? I tell you.
Well, final words for the program. And at this point, I'm pretty sure it's okay if I leave the invitation for you to rejoin us open. Whenever you're ready, just let us know.
No problem at all.
And we'll make those arrangements.
Well, I just want to say, I think I have to be honest. And coming from the programs where I used to coach in a youth program, this is a much different setup. It's a professional setup. I'm allowed to coach, and that's the thing that kills me a lot. In the whole football scheme here in Antigua, you have too many managers who want to be coaches and who think they're coaches. You have too many executives that like to dip into the coaching aspect. And I have to tell you, the boss, Ricky, is the boss. I've worked for a lot. I've worked in every field there is, female, male, senior, junior, in schools. And it's really refreshing to see somebody who allows you to coach, and if they have a situation or problem, they come to you outside that parameters of coaching, and I enjoy that. I hate to be manhandled and to be, like a friend of mine used to say, robotic, you know, everything is robotic and
scripted.
And scripted, exactly. And I don't like that. I don't like people coming on the sideline to tell me, well, you didn't do this, and you just have to be patient, wait, and do it at the right time. And I tell you, I'm having a lot of fun. I wouldn't change it for the world. So that's it. Yeah.
Fantastic stuff. And the good thing about Ricky lets you know off the bat, I don't know anything about coaching.
Hey, that's the boss.
You speak to the coaches
the boss
about coaching.
I have no clue, Papa. I don't know about coaching. No, I don't know what. Every time I laugh when he says that. He said,
and he's serious about it.
And I appreciate that.
He doesn't get involved, and I think all the other coaches at Generation Next share the same sentiments.
Yes, definitely.
We're allowed to coach. He does his thing, make sure that everything else gets organized, but the coaching is up to the coaches, and that's fantastic.
Yeah, it's
well, there you have it, guys. Another great week of action. Fantastic stuff from the youngsters as always. And I think at this point we need to send an invitation out to not just the parents of children who are playing, but to parents generally. Check out the Gomez Netherlands Insurance Youth Football League. They actually played at 3 venues. We're at the Artificial Turf in Painters, Police Grounds, and at CV Farm. So we're taking it out into the community, so there's ample opportunity for everybody to be involved. But of course, we can't leave without thanking our media partners, Flow, Skinique, Rejuvenation, and Acne Center, Sharon's Healthy Foods, and of course our friends at Generation Next. Thanks again for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next week.